Hey everyone, it's Mary Lane and you are watching my YouTube channel. And I want to start a little bit of a segment called Motivational Mondays. So a little bit about that. We're going to talk about just being inspired, motivated, of course, how to do these things, how to overcome anxiety, overcoming stress and things like that. I really want to target this because sometimes we have a very bad connotation of what Monday is. Everyone sees a Monday as, we gotta go to work, we gotta do this, we gotta do that, it's just another day till Friday. So I want to change that up a little bit and make it something more positive. So give me 1 second, get a pen and paper, and we're gonna wrap this up, okay? Hey everyone, welcome back. So I really want to talk about motivation, right? But before we start talking about like the core aspects of motivation and being able to inspire ourselves, I really want to get into the nitty-gritty of how to do that before we actually get motivated. I want to actually get into some basics. So key aspects when it comes to motivating ourselves. We need to hold ourselves accountable, right? So I kind of want to put the words up right here. Let's see if that's gonna actually happen. But we gotta hold ourselves accountable for everything that we do, everything that we say. We gotta say what we mean what we say, all those type of things. So if, let's say we want to start working out 3 to 4 times a week. Okay, we said it, but how are we going to actually hold ourselves accountable behind it? Are we going to keep a fitness tracker? Are we going to have a partner that's always going to be sitting there with you like, hey, it's time to go to the gym? We got to hold ourselves accountable. All right, next on the list, we definitely have to have people that are actually on our side, friends and family who understand what we're trying to do and trying to work our lives around, right? If we want to start that business, when you want to start doing something better with yourself, you need people that are actually have that same like-minded thinking as you. You don't want to be like, yeah, I want to go to the gym, I want to do better, and then that person's like, well, I guess, but can you come down to Chili's with me and get a couple drinks? Like, no. You need to understand the people that you should be talking to and people that you need to keep off on the side and just have them as a, hey, how you doing? Okay, awesome, see you later type of situation. Because the people that you surround yourself with, you kind of tend to be that type of person. And even though we don't mean to be that way or ever come off that way, we have to understand that these people that have that thinking, it's just the way that they're maneuvered. That's the way that they're functioning, whatever it may be. That's how they incorporate their lives and how they feel about it. But if you're trying to change that and trying to do something different with yourself, how can you do that with somebody that's always going to drag you in their situations? So you have to understand, changing your dynamics by changing who you're around is going to be one of those. And I had to learn that the hard way at one point. But it is what it is. That's one thing that I learned for myself to hold myself accountable, is also making sure that the people around me actually care about me the way that I care about myself. So last but not least, we also have to understand that we need to change our way of thinking, right? The only way to be motivated, the only way to inspire ourselves is to change the way we think. So one big thing about it is that I actually have it plastered on my mirror. I actually write it on Expo. My boyfriend actually started it. But so I learned this one thing from Rich Dad Poor Dad. He said that the rich dad said, if you want to be able to be successful in your life, you have to change the way you think. So instead of saying, man, I can't afford that car, I can't afford that candy bar, I can't afford that meal, you change it to, how can I afford that car? How can I afford that candy bar? How can I afford these things? So essentially changing the way that you think is going to open up that creative blockage that you have in your life, in your mind, I should say, that you can see things differently, so that you don't see nothing when it's time to really be able to get into the nitty-gritty. You open up those doors for you. So you have to understand that, okay, if I can't afford this, okay, well, let me find a way to get to that, because that's the only way to learn. That's the only way we're ever gonna build ourselves up in a way, right? So that's everything that I kind of wanted to get started on for our Motivational Monday. It's probably going to be a little bit more smoother. It's probably going to be a little bit better as we go on. But for the most part, I really wanted to make this a short video just to talk about this being a new little segment I have. It's probably going to be every other Monday. I'm going to hold myself accountable to that. So definitely stay in tune, like, comment, and subscribe. If you have any pointers, tips, or maybe even something you want to add into the Motivation Monday, please let it down below for me so we can kind of get involved in it and just interact with me. You know, I always talk about being interactive. So that's all we have for today. I hope you guys have an awesome week.